Alright, hi guys, this is Pete. Good morning. I just want to do a very quick video on something that was just announced hours ago. It is that, as per the title of this slide, Tesla is now officially going to be added to the SP 500. Now, I think I should correct myself here. It is not that they have been added, they will be added, okay, to the SP 500. And that fateful day is going to be 21st of December. All right, so it's going to be a wonderful Christmas present for Elon Musk and those of you who are Tesla shareholders. Now, I've mentioned about Tesla, why is it so important for them to join the S&P 500. All right, I'm going to put a link below to that video. But right now, I want to really go into the numbers to illustrate how important this addition to the S&P 500 is, okay? So today is 17 November. We are just about 34 days away from the addition. Okay, so the thing is this, why is this so important? Because the S&P 500 is not just the US index, right? It is the most tracked index, okay? Most tracked index. What does it mean? That means not just when you buy S&P 500, right? You're not just buying S&P 500. There are many ways you can buy S&P 500. For example, you can buy ETF, the indexes, or you can buy what we call the benchmark funds, okay? Over here, they talk about benchmark. That means there are some funds out there who benchmark themselves against S&P 500, all right? And why is this so important to Tesla? Because all these assets, all right, 11.2 trillion of them, from 21st December onwards, they're going to add Tesla into their holdings, okay? And how massive is this? Because usually, they do shuffling every quarterly. So by right, it's not such a big deal, right? But this time around is pretty big deal. Why? Because Tesla is one of the largest companies in the US already before addition. So this addition is going to be quite massive and it's going to impact a lot of things, okay? So let me run through the numbers with you to let you understand how important this is, right? The first thing is this. You must understand what is the market cap of Tesla, all right? So to arrive at that, very simple, let's just take the share count over here, okay, about 760 million shares, okay? And if you multiply by the share price after closing, which is roughly around $460, that will give you a market cap about 350 billion. Okay, that will be the market cap of Tesla as of this recording. Maybe by the time it's added, it's going to be bigger, we're not sure, all right? Now, when this is going to be added to the S&P 500, now bear in mind, S&P 500 is a market cap weighted. That means you have to find out what is the weightage of Tesla in the S&P 500. Now, the S&P 500 market cap fluctuates on a daily basis, so I'm just going to take an average, right? That is around 30 trillion. Okay, guys, trillion starting with a T, yeah? Trillions, okay? So if you take the market cap of Tesla, divide by S&P 500's market cap, you will find out that for all those funds out there, the 11.2 trillion of them, they will have to buy around 1%, 1.16% of their funds into Tesla. Okay? Now, how much money would that be? Okay? How much money would be flowing into Tesla because of that? So very simple, you take 1.1% multiply by all the tracking assets, which is 11.2 trillion. Okay, I got a more exact number here. Okay? And that will arrive at close to another, okay, 28 million shares. 28 million shares. So to give you easier way to understand it, it is going to be a 37% of the current outstanding shares, okay, of Tesla. That means all these funds on the 21st of December, or even before that, if they have the ability to buy Tesla before the inclusion happens, they will have to gobble up around 37% of all outstanding shares. Of all outstanding shares. Now, this is going to be massive. Why? Because we all know that the share price, of course, other than the valuation, the intrinsic value of the company, is also a game of supply and demand. All right? And on the 21st of December, it is very clear the demand is going to surge. The demand is going to be additional 37% more, right? But where is the supply going to come from? It's going to come from people who are currently holding on to Tesla shares. And if these people who are holding on to Tesla shares, be it institutional, be it retail, if they refuse to sell, they are very ardent fan of Tesla, what's going to happen is that is really going to drive up Tesla's share price, in my view, okay? Because the demand is fixed. All these funds, they have no choice but to buy this amount because they are tracking the SP 500, okay? So I think this is going to be really huge for Tesla. And I mentioned this before, in fact, I'm surprised that it wasn't even added earlier on. And I must say, at this point in time, SP 500 kind of put themselves in a very tight situation because back then, when Tesla was a lot smaller, if they have done the inclusion, it would have been a much smaller impact. But by delaying the inclusion up to 6 months, all right, 2 quarters, what happens is since then, Tesla share price has gone up. And now we are facing a 37% shortfall in shares. That people, the funds out there, all these 11.2 trillion funds have to still borrow from somewhere. And I think that's going to be really positive for Tesla share price to come. So my thinking is that from here on to Christmas, we will see a lot of volatility in Tesla share price. Now, guys, by no means is this a recommendation, right? But it's just a very simple game of supply and demand, okay? So now we need to supply 37% more Tesla shares to the world, okay? And the key thing is this, it's not just a matter of supply and demand. The indexes, the benchmark funds, okay, is very likely to hold on to these shares stronger than the retail, okay? So my own opinion is that this is actually good for Tesla in the long run because it will allow the share price to be more stabilized, right? Because currently, because it's mostly held by a few people or institutional players are not so involved, the retail guys tends to swing up and down, right? Because they like to take profit and do silly things. But when an index fund comes in, it's a different thing. Index fund doesn't speculate, right? They just hold what the S&P 500 has, okay? So I think that's going to be having a calming effect on the share price. So they will only be added on 21st December, but now we are already seeing the share price jump by 12% after market close. And S&P 500 themselves mentioned that because of the massive size, it is very likely that Tesla will be added in 2 tranches. Now they are doing a public consultation to figure out how to do this. So likely they're going to break it down into 2 tranches on 14 December and 21st December. Okay? So once again, I just want to give you guys a quick update on what's happening on Tesla. If you want to figure out previously what I mentioned about Tesla, why is this so important even before the inclusion, all right, watch the link below. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoy the session and I'll see you guys next time.